Hi everybody, and welcome to another 180 Markets Weekly Wrap. And today, friends, we are going to talk about big cap, big news. That's right. But before we get to that, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, sign up to 180markets.com.au. We have so much information out there. It's completely free. It takes 10 seconds to sign up, and I promise you it's content that is absolutely differentiated. Now on to today's theme. Big cap, big news. And let's start out with the most important news down in here in Australia, which is BHP's potential takeover of Anglo American. Well, what is the rationale behind this? It is copper. And copper, for those of you that watched last week, is a thematic that we continue to harp on here, with prices reaching a multi-year high. And the combination company would have circa 10% of the global supply of a commodity that shows the supply-demand dynamics are certainly in short supply, and that is what's driving this rationale. Now, how can you take advantage as an ASX investor? Well, fortunately down here, there are a number of companies, Sunstone Metals, Culpio, for example, that have projects in South America, and certainly they are ripe for examination because of this merger, because if companies like BHP are watching, you should be watching too. Now, the other portion of big cap, big news today are, and it just came out about an hour ago as we're filming right now, is AI big cap earnings blowouts by both Microsoft and Alphabet in the US. Numbers blew right through expectations. It is all being driven by their AI business. And it shows that not only are these companies innovating, but it's also translating to the bottom line of sales and earnings. In fact, Alphabet is paying out a dividend. So another thematic that we can watch and take advantage of. And now, at this portion, we normally turn it over to Sean to talk about capital raises. But today, we're going to have something a little bit different.
Thanks, Greg. Thanks for the update on BHP. That will be exciting to watch what happens with copper. Everyone is always talking about copper. Now we're going to move on to some placements and movers for the week. There were 28 placements this week, so let's dive into it.
All right, let's have a look on the 180 Markets platform to see what deals we have live today and some that we had access to during the week. Currently on the platform, we are live with RLF. They halted this morning for a capital raising, looking to raise $3 million at 6 cents a share with a 1-for-2 option, 12-cent strike, and expiry 3 years. This is a 2-tranche placement. We also have LU7, Lithium Universe, live on the platform. They're seeking to raise a minimum of 3 at 2 cents a share with a 1-for-2 attaching option to be listed. Some people may be familiar with Lithium Universe. Iggy Tan is on the board of this company, and he is quite a well-known director. He has a team of lithium industry experts in the company. He's got a great track record, so definitely one worth looking into. As well on the platform, we have Matza. They're looking to raise 1.5 million at 3 cents a share with a 1-for-3 option as well. Let's have a look at some that we had access to during the week. 88E being a well-known stock. They did raise capital this week. They were seeking to raise $6 to $8 million. They actually raised 9.9 at 0.3%. This was a 40% discount to the last close, and the funds were going to be used to pay for the additional costs from the recently completed Hickory 1 discovery well. I think we all know how that one ended up. Planning and development activities at the Phoenix project, as well as exploration and project study expenditures across the company's portfolio. Now let's have a look at the market, and I'll show you some other placements from the week. So one that we'll take a look at is GPR, Geo Pacific Resources. So they raised $8 million at 2.1 cents a share, and a new strategic investor came into the book, Mr. Jingtang Ji. He invested $5 million to take his holding to 19.99%. As well as that, an existing shareholder, Deutsche Balaton, invested $3 million to maintain its interest of 37.2% in the company, currently trading at 2.7 cents. So quite positive after a 2.1 cent placement. Another one to have a look at is IXR. Ionic Rare Earths, they raised $5.5 million at 1.3 cents. Canaccord and MST were the joint lead managers. As well, something to note was that the chairman, Brent Lynch, invested $500K into this placement. So they're currently trading still above issue price, which is good to note. One that did halt earlier in the week is Avira, AVW. They're still in a trading halt and they're raising $530,000 at 0.1. They also have some attaching options. It's a 143, I believe, attaching option with a 0.3 cent strike and expiry 2027. CPS for the lead manager there. Another one to have a look at was WTM. We did get some early access to this one. We did go behind the wall last weekend. They raised $3 million at 10 cents a share with Bell Potter and Foster's, currently trading at 13 cents. So quite a positive outcome. There were quite a few placements this week. We can't mention all of them. So definitely have a look at the 180 Markets platform to see the other placements. Let's move on to some movers this week. Just a few notable movers. So let's start with BSE. On Monday, Base Resources announced that Energy Fuels they've reached a binding agreement with Energy Fuels, a US-based uranium and critical minerals producer, to acquire 100% of the shares in Base Resources. Base Resource shareholders will receive total consideration of approximately 30.2 cents per share. This represents a premium of 188% prior to when the company announced this, and a premium to the 20-day VWAP of 173%. So quite a good result for existing Base Resources shareholders. One of the potential benefits put to BSE shareholders is that this transaction will provide a strong platform for the funding and development of the Polaria project through the significantly greater market capitalization, trading liquidity, market profile, and funding capacity of the combined group. Will be interesting to watch that one. Next, let's have a look at Orion Minerals. So on Monday, they announced spectacular high-grade copper intercepts at their OCAP copper project. So yeah, their chart obviously looks quite good. They did reach a high of 2.5 cents when they did announce it. One of the significant intercepts was 49 meters at 4.89% copper, including 10 meters at 12.47% copper, which is fantastic. This is the highest grade drill intercept ever reported at their Flat Mines project, and confirms the high grade copper intercepts returned from the drilling completed in 1995 by the previous owners, which happened to be Goldfields. 11 diamond drill holes totaling 5,800 meters are planned at the Flat Mines East, Flat Mines South, and Flat Mines North projects to confirm historical drilling results, provide geotechnical information, and generate material for additional test work to be conducted there. So that's quite a positive result, and it will be exciting to see how the results come out in the future. Next, let's have a look at RCR. So RCR have been moving quite well over the past week. On Monday, they announced a new bullseye gravity target among multiple new gravity targets identified at their West Artuna project. This is considered to be prospective for carbonate-hosted rare earths, niobium, and IOGC copper gold mineralization styles. A program of works for reverse circulation drilling to test the targets within the survey areas has already been approved by the WA Department of Energy. A works program request for a heritage clearance of new targets has also been submitted to accelerate this drilling program. So RCR are hoping to emulate the success of other companies that drilled in the area, such as WA1. So they've got quite a way to go, but hopefully they can reach that goal. And they recently raised in January 1.43 million with CPS and Ironside Capital at 3.3 cents a share. So currently trading at 4.8 cents. So well done to those that participated in that placement. Next, let's have a look at MZZ, not Marley Spoon, Matador Mining. So they announced on Wednesday their initial RC program results revealed extensive gold anomalies, including 1.99% copper. So let's have a look at the announcement. The stock's been trading quite well the past few weeks. They still have assays pending on 110 holes, including holes from the high priority O2 target. So there was a comment in this announcement from the managing director, Sam, and he noted that the initial results, including intersections exceeding their expectations, which is a great result for shareholders. And over the course of the next few weeks, the company will continue to analyse the specific data from the initial batch of assays to refine the specific area for diamond drilling later this summer. So that's something exciting to look forward to. As you can see, the stock has been trading very well since February, really on an uptick, and hopefully it can continue. Some other honourable mentions for movers this week include WMG, Western Mines Group. So you can see they did have quite a good run this week. They released some copper and nickel assay results. Obviously, the market did get quite excited with the volume also picking up there. As well as that, OZM, Ozarum Resources. They didn't have any news this week. They did trade quite well, hitting a high of 7.5 today. No news this week, but on the 15th, they did announce that they've started their first drill hole in Brazil, which is this announcement over here. So clearly investors are starting to get excited about the results coming out off the back of that drilling. Let's have a look at some downs for the week. There weren't too many, but some to have a look at was Atlas Pearls. On Tuesday, they closed down 32% after releasing their Kobe auction results and their March quarter sale update. So the results included total March white year-to-date revenue up 72%. However, there were no major auctions in Q3 FY 2024 versus Q3 FY 2023. So you can see there was some selling there and the stock did close down. As well as that, KGN, Kogan, they released a business update on Wednesday and closed down almost 30%. As you can see, the stock has turned on the negative since the beginning of March. So unfortunately, that's not a great result for Kogan. Okay, let's finish up. That is all for the week. Have a great weekend, everyone. Hope you all had a good Anzac Day as well. And we'll see you on the wrap next week.